our stock of the day. You can't go past AGL today. Big news. It's confirming that it won't receive majority support from shareholders for its demerger to go ahead. So that is off. And in fact, Chairman Peter Botten, he's since resigned from the board, and Graham Hunt has stepped down as Chief Executive and Managing Director. So lots of movement. Certainly at the top, it comes after tech billionaire Mike Cannon-Brookes, who opposed that demerger, said last week he would seek 2 seats on AGL's board if that plan failed. And his Grok Ventures having gained more than 11% stake in AGL this month after a failed takeover attempt with Brookfield earlier in the year. And shares today, well, they are down. That's not a surprise, but well, marginally, really, 1.5% there. So, Francesco, AGL, it's been controversial. It's become political. How do you rate the stock at the moment?
Yeah, look, in our view, we thought splitting the two businesses in two would have been a better option than keeping it together. A couple of reasons. One is that XL Energy, on a standalone basis, would generate a significant amount of cash flow. There were some concerns about their ability to raise debt and that, but I think they overcame those. And there was also some concerns around wholesale energy prices, but I think those were in the background as well. And then the other one, splitting it into AGL Australia, which was a separate entity doing a lot more of the customer side of things. Look, that could have generated a bit of corporate activity, I think, as well, from private equity funds and so forth. So potential takeover target, we saw that as well. By keeping it together, we probably see that as the worst option, and ultimately the share price is being reflected in that at the moment. So where to from now? Look, I think the management now have to sort of bunker down for a little while until they get a board and a chairman sorted out, and do another business review and see where it goes to from there. But at the moment, we've got to hold on. Look, if you're looking to buy it, I don't think there's any opportunity for it to go significantly higher. So I wouldn't be there. If I own it, look, just hold and wait. I think there's value in the business, but it'll be interesting to see how the business plan comes out post a new chairman and management.
Yeah, there's too many unknowns at this point.
Too many unknowns, exactly right.
Yeah, Joshua. So Francesco, they're saying this is the worst case scenario that actually transpired. What are your thoughts there?
Yeah, stock was off quite a bit this morning. Seen it bounce a little bit, nothing too significant. But I think what you're seeing now is just uncertainty. Something like this hasn't really occurred in the past for people to look at past examples where an activist, especially an environmental activist, has gotten so involved in the company in such a big way. Initially, the demerger, it did seem a bit messy. It seemed like it was going to, there was no real clarity on the way that structure was going to look moving forward. And every company out there has been, reducing their net emissions and doing that as an active role, whereas their approach was just to, split it into 2 assets, put the emissions in one and put the green in the other, which was somewhat of a lazy approach from management, I feel. It's going to lead to more costs as well to run the business. And that's why that billionaire sort of had to step in, because it wasn't really, from an environmental point of view, not a good decision. So now that, I guess he's pretty much been pretty successful in blocking that. Now I guess there is the risk that with those key members out that were opposed, that wanted the demerger, there is a chance that he comes in with a takeover offer. So that's the upside. That being said, I think if you're looking to make a decision on the stock, it's probably just to de-risk right now because there's so many unknowns. Your potential upside that you're missing out on is he tries to buy the company out for a 10 or 15% premium. Leave that on the table, de-risk, move it from your portfolio to your watch list and just see what happens, basically.
Okay, so what, essentially a sell then? If you sell. Okay, all right. Okay, yeah, we'll see how that transpires because there is still so much to go as far as AGL and obviously the plans as far as Mike Cannon-Brookes is concerned.